I am Gregory, and this is Pensane. On the table, we have something I've been very excited about. I see everybody in the fountain pen community using the Colo ring cards, which are basically a stack of smallish cards that have a single hole punched in them, and you hold them together with a ring, Colo ring. But I was excited about Col-o-dex, so I picked these up fairly recently, and I got both the cards themselves as well as the tabs. I was super excited, and then I figured, well, I need to get a Rolodex to hold these in. And so I ended up with this. It won't fit entirely in the frame, but you'll get the idea. So basically you turn the knob and easily flip through the cards. So I was super, super excited. And as a result, I started doing swatch cards with these cards here. And I did several. And I figured I was kind of being abstract with the, as you can see. I did several, and I was like, well, there's 100 cards here. And I don't know, 100 cards is gonna look kind of silly on this rather large Rolodex, which came loaded with 500 cards. So I figured, well, I could use these and the Rolodex cards. But they are actually two very different sizes. Well, the width is the same, but they are two different sizes. And so I thought, well, what if I just try the cards that came with the Rolodex and see how they work with doing these ink swatches? And I was a little surprised by the result, actually. So because of the smaller space of the actual Rolodex cards, I thought I should be a little more efficient in my in my swatching. So yeah. So I do a bar across the top, and I do that just with 3 passes of a cotton swab. And I think it picks up a lot of the different tones of the ink. And then I write the name in the glass dip pen. I do a little swatch there with the glass dip pen. And I just do a regular writing test and a smear test. That basically has all the information I need. So, yeah, there's no bleed through, and there's very little, if any, feathering. With my relatively poor eyesight, I really don't see any feathering, actually. So this, now I love the idea of these, and they're certainly a higher quality paper. They're thicker. These are pretty thin, actually. So these are thicker, has a bit of a tooth to it, I guess you would say. Just a slight texture. You get some bowing of the card, but I mean the quality is definitely there, and obviously there's no bleed through. But again, here, I mean, you get considerably more waviness, I guess you might say. particularly during the drying process. They start bending more, but again, you could just like press these flat again if you need to. But yeah, I'm like super impressed. And 500 cards came with the Rolodex. So, and I was debating whether or not I should make this video, because the Col-o-dex cards are a quality product. I mean, everything about it. Yeah, everything about these is, you know, it's high quality. And you do have the colored tabs as well. I don't think this is actually the color that I ordered, but oh well. So I hate to dissuade people from getting the Col-o-dex cards, but you're gonna have to get this anyway, and it comes loaded with 500 cards, whereas this is only 100 cards. I think if they were the same size, I probably just would have used both. Also, I'm noticing something here. Hopefully you can pick it up on the camera. This is like a slightly off-white or even cream color, and this is bright white. Honestly, my guess is bright white is gonna be better for showing the true colors of ink. And again, I don't want to put this product down. But, I mean, if you're going to get this anyway, just try the cards that come with it. And if you're not satisfied with them for whatever reason, you know, them being too thin or not big enough or what have you, then you can invest in these. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend doing it the other way around, like I did, because it seems like a big waste now. And I guess I didn't show the other colors here, but so there's Diamine Autumn Oak, Diamine Sepia, Krishna Candle Day, and Diamine Graphite. And yeah, they're a little wavy, but they'll fit in there nicely. And again, you know, it doesn't really make sense to have a Rolodex with two different sizes of cards. I did want to point this out to anyone that was considering the Col-o-dex cards. I mean, since you're gonna have to get this anyway, or something similar, just try these first. Just try them and see how you like them. And then if you decide you need something a little higher quality, then you can always switch to the Col-o-dex and, you know, add those to this device. And again, I hate pitting these two products against each other necessarily, because they're supposed to be collaborative, but but the Rolodex versus the Col-o-dex, or the Col-o-dex versus the Rolodex, however you want to put it. Anyway, but I think this is going to be helpful information for people, anyone that may have been considering getting the Rolodex and weren't sure. This is readily available on Amazon. I want to say it was around the $30 mark, and again, it comes loaded with 500 cards. This, I want to say, was like $15 for 100 cards. So, you know, do the math and see what makes sense for you. Now, these are definitely higher quality cards, so if you want to go for quality, this is definitely the way to go. But I'm kind of going for quantity. And it doesn't make sense to me to, you know, throw away or set aside 500 perfectly good cards. Yeah, so for me personally, I should have just gone with this. Anyway, hopefully this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.